Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco Podcast.
See a trucker, blast a trucker. Hey, life. Also Puerto Rican.
Yo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midnight Paco Podcast. As always, you can follow me at Justin Fuller Comedy on all platforms.
I am the_great_COREE.
That's right.
That's where you can find me on Instagram, or you can find us both at the Midnight Paco Podcast on Instagram.
That's right.
This dude got a website.
Ooh, JustinFullerComedy.com. Check it out. Google
Yeah.
Justin Fuller Comedy. I come up.
You can find me on there too. I think I'm selling some socks or some shit on there.
Yeah, he's on the
Justice League
page. Yeah, I got the Justice League page. He's there. Check out his info.
So check this out, y'all.
Yeah.
We got a new format.
Yep.
And I think this was contour for what you see. We got a special guest in the house.
We do got a special
This
guest
gentleman
in the house.
is a fellow comedian.
That's right.
He's a writer.
Right.
I'm trying to be.
He runs a show.
We talked about being a writer.
He runs a show. He's a father.
Father.
Yes.
And what am I leaving out?
He forgot. I do comedy too.
No,
It said fellow comedian.
but he travels, y'all.
Yeah, he's a traveling comedian, and we're so honored to have him here with us tonight.
Mr. John Bruton.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Bruton. Yeah. Where can they find you, man?
My website is back up and running. Madbruton.com. MADBRUTON.com.
Where you can find this video right here.
Oh yeah, that's a video I posted a while ago. I did a show at the Secret Society show at my halls in Lakewood. They do it on Saturdays, and it's a great room. So they recorded the sets and stuff. So
Yeah, so check out the website and on Instagram, Facebook.
Oh, all of it's MADBRUTON, Mad Bruton.
Okay, all right. TikTok? You got TikTok too?
It's an account. I'm not active. I don't post on TikTok. I'm not.
Just remember, all platforms.
I mean, I'm on them, but I don't.
I get it.
Such a
I get it.
You know.
I get it.
Everybody's over 40 don't really mess with TikTok.
You know, come to a show or not. I'm not about to fucking dance for these niggas. You know, stuff like that. You know,
I get it, 100%. But make sure you follow my dude right here.
So to the Midnight Paco Podcast, brought to you in part by the Acumen Paralegal Services. Help you help yourself the legal way. The services that they offer is they help with documents that need to be typed, guardianships, probate, divorce, wills and trust, complaints, business organization, financial planning, and legal research and writing. Go ahead and give them a call at 216-727-0049 or 216-456-2000. Michelle White will get you right.
Mr. John Bruton is in the house, and I'm honored to have him here. You know, he's been doing comedy for about, what would you say, like
15 years? I thought we
Almost
talked
15
about.
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
you said 2009?
November
15
2009.
years.
I started my first time going on stage was Black Friday in 2009.
Nice. So what made you get on stage?
My cousin Ant, he had bet me to do it, and I wouldn't do it, and I wanted to do it, so I got on stage. I finally playing the day. I found out it was an open mic that was on Mondays first, called One Night Stand.
Where'd you even see it? Like, cause
the first show I ever did.
Like, it was
first
like
show I
on
ever
flyer or
did.
some shit.
No, this was 09, so you still had Facebook was still.
Yeah, that's right. See, I
You
was
still
on
had Facebook,
I
but
wasn't
you
on there
didn't.
back then, so yeah.
You didn't have to worry about finding stuff. Like you get one open mic, you meet one guy as a comic, they'll tell you everything back then. It was nicer. It was only it wasn't that many comics either.
Facts.
So you could just ask a guy and they'll tell you where to go from there. And I found this open mic by my house at a bar called Beethoven's or Blue Martini. And it was Beethoven's first in Warrensville. Then it was called the Blue Martini. When I got it, it was Blue Martini, and we did a Monday show there. Okay. But I started doing a Thursday there. It was trash. It was horrible. I don't really remember much, but I know I did 2 minutes.
2 out of
And that
5?
was it. No, that part I don't think they were that organized.
Okay, all right.
It was more like you just go up there. I'm like, I did 2 minutes, and it was.
Sounds, okay.
I got a couple chuckles, but it wasn't no real like I'm on. It's like
Okay, all right.
So
I just wanna get better.
that's what that is that where you got bit by the comedy bug or like?
I mean, I got bit by the comedy bug by my mom. She was a big comedy fan,
Nice.
so we would go on road trips, and she would play comedy albums.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Who are you listening to?
Cosby, of course.
Nice.
All
Like
right.
before he was known as a rapist, he was a very funny comedian.
Very funny.
No. You know
Very
what?
funny.
I don't even bring that up because
Yeah, it
Mr.
smears a lot.
It's a part of the biography, money. You can't be Bobby Brown then and not be Bobby now. You gotta be Bill Cosby then and Bill Cosby now.
it is. But you see,
was.
no, but
Yeah, like while we loved him, he was a piece of shit. It is what it is.
no, but it was like Mr. Cosby was like one of the people that I inspired. To
Damn,
be.
you Mr. Cosby, you still respect that nigga. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. You a good
Absolutely,
person.
because he did so much.
I understand. I erased it. By the fourth rape, I'm like, I can't defend this shit.
I mean, I get it, but it's like this is what I'm saying, because Hannibal did the joke about it.
he was he blew the whistle,
He blew the whistle,
but
but
the crime was
crazy.
still.
this is
Like nobody said that before.
No, that's
No,
not true. That's what we thought, that he was the loudest whistle.
he was the loudest whistle, but in my mind it was like, yo, Hannibal, don't you know without Mr. Cosby you wouldn't be up there
I
telling that
wish
shit?
you wouldn't have said that on a podcast,
Okay.
because it sounds bad.
It does. It does.
Because I know what you're saying. You would think that he would have more respect to go up on stage and speak facts versus rumors.
Correct.
That's what you're saying. So people try to misconstrue what the fuck you said. It wasn't you were defending him.
Right.
You were more so saying, hey man, he made comedy a thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I get
For
that
you.
part. But we can't protect people for that. Not from what he was doing.
No, absolutely not. I don't agree with it.
We as a
at
group.
all.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
We can't let him happen. That's the only thing I'm like,
Yeah.
Hannibal was the biggest whistleblower, because when it happened, so many people were okay with regurgitating it.
Yeah.
Or people had their own version of that story.
So it's so many people that I think has the same style as Mr. Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that goes up on stage and pull up a chair and sit down and start telling comedy,
I can't say that. I can't ride with on that.
you can't.
Well, I know exactly why you're wrong.
I'm biased though, but I gotta still say,
But does
People are
he
different.
admire?
yeah. But I mean, Cosby was known as the chair guy, which is fine. But
I mean, he still does it, doesn't he?
He got to.
Cosby.
oh yes, I'm saying he also has to.
has
I
to.
think he was doing
I
comedy.
know, but he still has like 3-hour shows, I think.
By the time he did himself, when the chair thing happened, it was himself, and he was in his 30s.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not saying he shouldn't be standing. I mean, he shouldn't be sitting. I'm saying like it was a natural progression. This motherfucker's not about to stand for an hour and talk to y'all.
I mean, in his 30s? We're 40. I'm saying
Yeah, you gonna be famous since you was 20, and you gonna be fucking stand up for these niggas paying for your tickets. You gonna stand for these people?
Been that long.
No, but I mean, I just think like I get what you're saying. I know, but I gotta still defend the home team for being.
I get it.
No, but I get it. No, but I mean, of course, he's influenced by. Everybody's influenced by greats. His influence was Cosby, Dick Gregory,
Yeah.
D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
get Ali Sadiq. For me, he's one of my influences. So
Yeah.
Speak on it. Who are your influences?
Yeah. Who are your? Who was you? You say you was listening to Mr. Cosby, and who else were you?
And well, hold on. How old were you when you started in 2009?
I wasn't 30 yet. I might have been 27 or 28. But I was in my later 20s. I think I was 27.
Because we're only, how old are you? 40?
I'll be 41 end of the month.
46. Okay.
Well,
49. I'm about to be 50. My 40s are over with.
Oh man, I told a young lady at work how old I was going to be. I said, y'all, we just talking casually. I'm like, I'm going to be 41 end of the month. And she said, congratulations. And I'm like, God, that 41 ain't that old to be congratulating. Like, I didn't overcome shit, man. Like, how old do you think 41? I was so hurt by she saying this.
All I know is when we were young, and when I looked at somebody in their 50s, I'm like, they old as fuck. So,
and that's why I mean, I gotta still look at it like that.
So
I still gotta remember when I was 26, 27, I thought certain shit was old as hell. So I still be taking my hits like, all right.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this, man, because LeBron is younger than you, and he got some grays. What you got some? You gotta have some TikTok or something in your beard, or what you got? Some juicy
no, I got like a couple gray hairs over here, but I shave. I mean, cause I don't grow a complete full beard. I don't even fuck with it. So it just until this gets something, it's gonna just be.
So you don't put nothing in there? Mm. Oh wow!
No, but just like
stress.
I won't be that
See
great.
how cool he is. He ain't got no stress.
I went bald though, because it was first. You know, everybody in my generation started having this happen. It didn't just go back here. We had it on the sides.
The cow licks.
Yeah, like that was a big thing.
My dad, I seen it in my future. I shaved it well before. I had a full head of hair. I was in Iraq and it was hot. So I just took that shit down, and I just like.
Going at the right time is probably the coolest thing a man can do.
Yeah.
Is when you know it's like when you
before it goes.
Yeah, like you want to get ahead of it because you don't want to be the guy you don't want to be about time, man.
Yeah, because now when you shave it, you can tell. Well, yeah, this is all fucking gone. It ain't even.
Oh man, I got a couple spots where I'm like, man, I don't like run a blade across it. I can save the shaving for you, but I ain't gotta waste it.
So I've been shaving for like 20 years though.
You want to still do that because I've done that because I figured the same thing, John. But I had a long hair, like right here, like nah, that's gotta go. If I let my hair grow, I'll look like pizza.
Oh, I got mine goes. I'm like Sherman Helms. I look like a 41-year-old in the 70s. Like I look like a guy who just my car is. I got a long gold car, and I wear a lot of wide collars.
A Lincoln, and he smoked Benson Hedges.
Oh man, definitely smoke. I got my whole car smell like cigarettes. And I got some loud ass cologne.
In this bitch got ash all the way out like this.
My hair still grow here, but it was like the fucking like a Star Trek ship, and then cut back in here like it was like what's that one N64 controller with a little long part in the middle. Then you gotta get your hands on the side.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's the best thing to shave it off anyway, man. So
I don't mind.
You know what I honestly think? I think that God wouldn't have did this to us if we had a messed up head. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got a small peanut head.
Man, it's a skull underneath that motherfucker no matter how you cut it though.
Yeah.
Well, some people got messed up heads. Like, I think Don King.
Like once you don't, if you look like self-conscious about it, you gonna look special.
Schmeagle with a beard.
I think Don King kept his hair sticking up like that because his head was real wrinkly like a bulldog.
That's fine. I was mad that Steve Harvey lied to us for so long.
Oh man, with the man unit.
Man, it's because he was the first one to get it. It's like when you see the first boob job, you're like, damn, she got some nice titties. You realize, oh, it's all a lie.
Yes, I remember those days.
What?
Because
Mr. Hightower had us fooled, man.
Because I was addicted to Score magazine.
Oh, that's funny. You talking about titties still?
I was like, man, they were awesome, and then I found out it was fake.
Oh,
it was like,
funny. You didn't care.
Boom, wow.
I thought you liked all pairs.
No, not the fake ones, man.
Oh, you can pay for a good pair.
No, I like the.
Cheers to the doctor. Thank you, sir.
No, all boob doctors are evil. All of them.
Man, they're perfect. Anyway,
yes.
So your influences on comedy. Well, back to that shit. Yeah, we strayed well off.
That's fine. For me, when I first got serious, my boy. I'm gonna say names. They're cool to say.
Yes.
Terrence O'Neill. He go by Nudie.
Shout out to Terrence O'Neill.
He had a YouTube. He started a YouTube page, and he recruited me to help him with it. Called Cleveland Skip Boys, and they was on early. And he kind of was more like my Mr. Miyagi in comedy, because he was the first person to really show me that you can be better at like this shit, in a way to be better. I just like go up there and do more bullshit. And learn to fucking focus. Him and my cousin Nate. My cousin Nate also told me to
shout out to cousin Nate.
Watch comedy. Like Nate actually came to my house one time and we watched old Def Jam stuff to learn, and we broke down the Def Jam like what it was.
Def Jam was great. Yeah.
So that's how Grog Shop came about, from me looking at Martin and how he hosted the show, and having a DJ. So I got DJ Stroke. Well, first it was DJ K Nice.
You were the one doing the DJing last time.
Yeah, now the budget's different because
Cam's hosting it. So
we're like we'll get to
that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, fair. But so I came up with damn, what was we talking about? That
K-Nice.
K-Nice. So he was DJ first, but my cousin Nate and Nudie had gave me the Patrice O'Neal Elephant in the Room DVD.
Oh, nice.
And this is like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
So I'm just
R.I.P.
starting to do.
Yeah,
Oh man! So he was gonna come to Cleveland in November when he died in October. I had tickets and they gave us Arnaz J instead. I was so mad.
Shout out to Arnaz though.
I mean, not for Patrice O'Neal, for a fan.
Yeah.
And like people became fans after he passed with the podcast. When podcasting blew up, and they realized he had all these
I
serious
didn't know about
hours.
him until, you know, I mean, I probably seen him back then.
He was on
but I
a lot
didn't
of
think about
politically
it,
corrects, right?
Yeah, but it was not. It might be politically correct, but he was also a Tough Crowd, and he was on Web Jump.
Yeah.
Web junk.
So like yeah. And he had a couple movies. Like
Yeah,
he was
he
a
did
comic.
his own little thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like a low key guy. That if you
He
was
was
a
starting
fan,
to do something. I guess he was just hard
Yep.
to work.
I know he passed away when he had that when Elephant in the Room came out. It was a different. It was a comedy a lot of comics were trying to do,
Right.
but he did it right early. He figured out how to be honest without being super offensive.
Right.
Where you could be offensive in a politically correct world,
Yeah.
but you could just say it where it's honest. So it's not really. I don't have an agenda. It's how I feel.
I see that in your comedy.
I mean, he was a guy I looked up to.
Yeah,
so
I can see that in your comedy.
It wasn't like tell the same jokes like him or even talk about the same material, but just have the same feeling. Like, this is how I feel. And even if I'm wrong by your standards, fucking laugh.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's how. So I got that from him.
I loved his opening joke when he talked about the chick who went missing.
Yes, and Natalie Holloway.
Everyone knew her name.
Like that, that type of shit where you make the room realize you are in this boat.
Yeah,
like he was very smart with dumb shit. Like he was masterful with dumb shit.
Yeah.
Then Louis C.K. was a big one for me when I started doing comedy because the way he put out material, you wanted to be that transparent, and he wasn't that transparent. We know a lot of shit,
transparent,
but he was. No, but then, like, even with that, like you realize that he's so honest about his shit. So I love the honest comedy.
Shout out to Louis C.K.
Cosby was great because I felt like I knew. Right. Like when he saw myself, I get that. I know. I've been there. I understand. So I can feel that from Cosby.
Think about the era too. I mean, he had a lot of good material.
He's great.
And that shit, yeah.
Then I saw.
Daddy's great. Chocolate cake.
Bill Burr was my new Louis C.K. When Bill Burr became that guy, that transition of honest but a little angry and spicy was what Bill was about. Yeah. So that was kind of an era I went through. Chris Rock was always a guy I looked at, but I could never. It was like you a baseball fan?
Yeah.
It's like trying to get the timing of his pitch. Like if Chris Rock's greatness was a pitch,
really?
I'm so intimidated. I can't hit it.
Was fucking like.
I'm saying no. If it's a pitch, I can't hit the pitch. Like nothing. What he's doing, I admire it, but I could never do that style.
Okay,
his style of comedy is not. I don't even like talking like that. I don't want to repeat myself more than once. Like that shit exhausting to me.
Yeah, he does a lot of the repeating and things like that.
Like he's doing speeches for people to. Like, he's doing a speech for people to all hear him. Yeah. I'm cool if some people don't get the shit. Right, that's where I'm at. So seeing Chris Rock, like, man, I'm not that.
But he did say the best thing, whereas I agree with him. He said,
say it wrong. I'm so fucking with you. I'm sorry.
No, he was saying.
Sorry, I'm teasing you. That's not funny.
We good.
I'm sorry.
He said, I don't want laughs all, so many seconds. He said, I want, get the fuck out.
I mean, that's it. When he got great, that was the thing, though.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want you to laugh at the laughs. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you some shit I want you to feel all about. Life is great, nigga.
Look, I quote Chris Rock all the time because I see it. Like, women be shopping, women be shopping, women be shopping.
Don't say that. That's a myth. It's a pop culture myth.
No, it ain't.
No, it ain't, bro.
That's my wife.
Look,
stop. No, I'm saying that Chris Rock didn't say women be shopping. That wasn't him saying it. It was Dave Chappelle from Nutty Professor making fun of Chris Rock indirectly.
Oh, okay.
He was doing Chris Rock type. The whole that voice. Mm-hmm. That was Dave Chappelle doing
Was it?
From Nutty Professor.
Women be shopping?
From Nutty Professor. Nigga, it's the funniest shit. It's like a Nutty Professor line.
Damn. I thought that was Chris
everybody
Rock.
thought it was Chris Rock. People put that on Chris Rock.
That's one of those.
Avion Crockett even mimicked Chris Rock by doing they mimic him, but he never said.
Wait a minute. So that's like one of those.
Women be shopping.
I know what you're talking about.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah, them bitches.
Yeah.
What?
The Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect.
What's that?
Like for
the
example,
Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears.
or here's the most common one that people can relate to.
What's that one?
The Monopoly guy had one of those
monocles.
Yeah.
but he didn't.
The Planners guy does.
He does.
I know, but everyone
Thinks the
remembers
Monopoly
guy does. Which
But he don't.
He doesn't.
That's the Mandela effect.
I don't remember the Monopoly guy with one, but I do see how people could do that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a pothead.
It's like a
so I
Scrooge
forget.
McDuck type of thing. How rich he was, you get confused on.
Yeah, you get them mixed up. And like Sinbad never had a genie movie.
Man,
That's
they
fucking
say that,
crazy,
but
yeah.
nobody believes. I've seen it, man. I understand what you're saying. It was
Yeah.
called Shazam.
Yeah.
Right. What, Sinbad?
Yes,
Shazam was Shaq,
yes,
not Sinbad.
man. You can
Before-
have. They have a few movies with the same title. Halloween has been titled a few times. Scream has been titled a few times. Yes, it was Shazam.
Sinbad got a genie movie.
Yeah, he can act like he didn't, but Shazam was the thing. Just like Cherokee Kill was
Should
the
I
thing.
try and pop it up?
Cherokee Kill happened too.
Try it.
Boom. If it's
Yeah,
there.
try it. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to remember this.
Look,
time.
as much-
This video. Remember those editing things you were talking about? Fuck.
And even if I'm wrong, I don't give a fuck. Sinbad had a goddamn movie as a genie.
That's the Mandela effect, baby.
Yeah, you ever heard Talib Kweli's first album
Which one?
with
What song?
Reflections Eternal? I'm
Yeah.
so surprised I remember the name of that.
Nice.
But in
you're
the beginning
hip-hop.
of the album, Dave Chappelle is
Yeah.
doing Mandela's voice,
Yeah.
and it's not Mandela.
Right.
As a nigga in high school who hearing this shit, I thought Talib Kweli was so tapped in, and this nigga had Nelson Mandela doing his goddamn intro.
That was Dave Chappelle.
And I'm like, man, I'm like, when I grew up, I realized, like, I got older, because I followed that,
But fuck, when was that?
this was like,
The podcast.
Well, Dave Chappelle's been doing this shit all.
oh no,
the
Dave
time,
Chappelle was
so-
already on.
Yeah.
Like, this is,
Yeah.
it's 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
It might be 2001.
No idea.
I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know how. You don't know how big the world is. So you
Right.
think that you don't know how small or how big. You think, damn,
You got
this nigga Talib Kweli's so earthy, and he down with the motherland.
Mandela.
You know, he had Nelson Mandela of all people
Queen Latifah, I get.
doing the intro. Like, man,
Hey.
this motherfucker's he knows everything. Like, this
He
is, I'm
tapped in.
following him wherever I gotta go.
Nice.
Find out it was just Dave Chappelle fucking around with these niggas in the studio.
So let me. Okay, so you said Bill Cosby,
Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, Chris Rock. I
Bill
seen Chris
Burr.
Rock at IUP in
What's that?
college.
Oh, I got you.
In what was it? It was 96, I think. It was the fall of fucking 90s, or no. Yeah, it was the fall of 96. 'Cause I graduated in 96, we went down there, and he came there. He wasn't even that funny. Everyone was like,
That's
dude,
funny.
Pookie. He was like, Pookie's
Oh,
dead.
that's funny. It's funny. Damn, that gotta suck. The biggest
opener
thing he did.
was the dude who featured before him was probably funnier.
That's because he didn't have a movie. If Chris Rock didn't have a movie, y'all would just listen to him tell jokes.
I mean, I think at that point, yeah, he was just like,
They ain't let him get his jokes off. They like,
yeah.
hey, famous nigga, be famous where we see
yeah.
you. It's like,
Well,
God.
trust me, I still love Chris Rock.
I mean, no, I
so
mean-
it had no, thing
People
on
don't
my
think about that
but-
part sometimes. Audiences don't. They think that,
Oh, yeah, audience.
I've seen a Chappelle show go left, and it was hard to watch because you're so, it hurts to see the crowd ruin it.
Yeah.
And I started doing
People
comedy
say
at
the
that
crowd
point.
doesn't ruin,
Who
or
the
it's
fuck
not
says
the
that
crowd.
shit? They're
People
lying.
say
They said
sometimes the
never
crowd.
blame the crowd.
Never blame
That's
the
fine. You
crowd.
don't gotta blame them, but it's still their fault. I don't blame my daughter for shit she does.
Yeah, right.
It's still me for not training her, telling her, hey, you should
I'm
have
just
done
glad
that.
you said
No,
that, because
no.
sometimes crowds are like,
They're fucking idiots.
And no. So when it comes to come to your kids, this is
glad
what
you said it.
this is what comes with. If you're red and your wife is blue,
Okay.
you could pick out like, oh yeah, I understand she got that from me.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's definitely you, blue. But that purple shit, bro,
that's funny.
it's some different shit. You be like,
them.
where did you come from? Where did you
Personality.
get
She
that,
got that.
from?
She got the curiosity that I didn't have. Like I was a kid that if you told me don't touch it and why, I don't gotta fucking figure out past that.
Yeah.
My daughter is dumb in that way. Like, if I say, hey, don't put your hand in, don't do that shit. All right. What are you doing? I was like, what the fuck you so enticed by the bullshit?
Because you realize kids don't give a fuck. They want to do
We came up in a generation of because I said so. Though.
No, I figured it out. People are just people. No matter where you grab them. Like,
exactly. They're not different.
My granddaughter is 9 years old right now. Like, if you take her phone away, she will flip the fuck out. Her mother is 30. Almost 30. If you take her phone, she will flip the fuck out. If you grab somebody in
stop
their 50s,
that? Dependency. The thing is just take a step back and realize all the goofy shit that people do.
I'm just saying people in general.
Yeah.
They just,
my daughter,
they're always going to be that person.
My daughter can go days. She understands when you are with me, understand that I don't give a fuck if you're bored.
Right.
You're not exciting at all, my man. Like, fam, you don't have anything fun to do. Everything fun that you could tell me about, I paid for.
Right.
So, fucking come with me and sit in the back. I don't want to hear it.
Kids don't want to hear that.
But no, that's all the time. No, but that's the thing. Parents in the 70s would tell their kid enough.
Oh yeah.
Parents in the
was no playtime. With
parents in the 80s told their kids with a little bit of feeling. Parents in the 90s didn't want to hurt your feelings.
But think about this. Okay, we grew up in the 80s, basically.
I'm 83. I was born in 83. So my mom was 40 when she had me. So I was raised by a grown woman who knew
always
shit.
say smarter or older parents make smarter parents.
Well, yeah, because you've been through life. You know what I mean? When you're a kid having a kid.
Because you're not a kid raising a kid. You're an adult who has a child, which is the fucking whole point.
I mean, unfortunately, when I had my son,
not unfortunately. You just did you lived life. There's no goal here.
I mean, I'm just saying I was 19.
No points.
And I was still like, luckily I had my parents to watch him. I was like, all right, he's going to bed. I'm going out.
Y'all both still ate every day, man. It don't fucking.
100%. I get it.
You're an animal. When it all comes down to it, a lot of goofy shit we put pressure on.
Oh, I mean, trust me. me and his mama, we planned it. It wasn't like a oops. It was
That's
like,
funny.
you know what's going on if I do this and not pull the fuck out. I deserved to pull that fucking belt. I was a champion except for this one loss.
That's funny.
But it was a gang because my son's awesome. And he's continuing the bloodline because everyone else in my family had daughters.
Oh, that's
my son.
You're on some Game of Thrones shit.
My shit. Look, strong genes. My son had a son. So it's like River James.
Shout out to River James.
Shout out to River James. Bubble wrap. But you know what I mean? Man. It's like it's just parenting stuff. You know what I mean?
It's just I got ahead of it in ways that things I don't like, I just address it with her. Like I don't care about complaining about the world. No, just this person. My daughter has manners, she enunciates, and she doesn't depend on electronics. Exactly. The three things that we all get kind of mad about kids doing, a lot of parents complain about it, like, why do these kids do this? Right. Why do these kids do that? Well, motherfucker, they're not, it ain't the Matrix. You can't plug them in the back and then fucking download the shit. You have to tell them over and over and over, like somebody told your goofy ass. Yep. So many people forgot how they learned.
Right.
I learned from an old ass woman. She told me shit and I didn't really fucking question it. I tell my daughter shit, and if my daughter even tries to question certain shit, I reason with her why she shouldn't do this. Right. I don't say shut up because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like my daughter, she gets to this point where she's like, "Are we there yet?" I'll say, "Baby, look outside right now. You're looking outside, right? Yes. Do we look like we're there?
Right.
No. So you just wanted to ask me, are we there yet to mess with me?
All right.
And she'll giggle a little bit and say no. I said, well, that's what you're doing. You're messing with me. I'm driving the car. Yeah. You don't mess with daddy when he's driving the car.
Nice.
And that is the logic, and I didn't get it.
Who gonna walk you through that shit? Like, but back in the day, they tell you, but you also had to respect the whole time because your parents never looked corny to you.
But that's the
we look dumb as fuck.
All the time.
How you want somebody to respect you when you doing this shit while they trying to talk to you about the shit they doing? She flipping and shit, building shit. You doing this?
Yeah.
At the same time, John, that's the beauty
of being an old nigga with a kid.
No, of being a present father.
Yeah.
Because you applying logic to it.
Because I'm old enough to understand those. If I had her when I was 27, I'd be worse now. I mean, I'd be worse then than the way that my oldest mom might act like I am now. Like the myth of how bad I am to my oldest
Right.
would be worse if it was reality of 27.
You think? I mean, maybe
No,
because
like,
you know how you were when you were 27.
Yeah, like the 27 me was very irresponsible and selfish. The 40-year-old me, even with the tension that we have in our relationship to be co-parenting, I'm still level-headed enough to know that this is just tension on her end, and there's a main goal here. When I was 27, I would say mean shit back just to be like, I don't give a, and I would have that switch to demand respect when really you being disrespectful.
Yeah,
You're not gonna get respect that way.
No.
I'll get respect now without demanding it. I don't care if you don't respect me.
Right.
I won't go past this. I'll stay respectful.
To that.
I have, but that's because I got old and dignified. I learned what dignity was.
Yeah.
When you have dignity, you won't lose it at the fucking drop of a hat.
Right. Yeah.
So that's I had to get some dignity. It took a while. 27, John didn't have dignity.
Yeah.
Shit, and honestly, 35.
I was gonna say, at what age do we really get?
But at the same time, it also
As a man, you don't really, it takes a lot.
But it counts that you have someone that's supportive of your goal, of your end game. Like you got somebody that's
my wife.
Absolutely,
man.
I mean, you've been doing what, 15 years?
That's what I'm saying. Like she came around when she wasn't the. I'm not saying she's not the supportive one. Okay. But she's not the struggle one. Like, you hear stories about I was with him and he was doing bullshit
right.
That girl been gone. That girl left. She didn't like.
You're doing decent.
The thing is, even that, if she was with me for comedy, I would look at her differently.
Right.
Cause are you paying attention to what's going on here? That's not enough.
Yeah.
She's supportive of it because she knows that I'm still gonna make sure that life is okay.
Right.
I don't sacrifice for comedy.
100%.
I don't say, oh man, I'm having a good weekend, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna hit the road. No, I got some.
You gotta know where you're at.
But that's that comedy. Whenever I hear comics, when I would hear comics say they would quit their job because they had a good run of some weekends and shit, I always would wonder what do they do with their time,
right?
Because a comedy club is open from 6:45 nowadays because post-COVID time.
Right.
6:45, 7.
Yeah.
7, then a 9:45, 10 o'clock show.
Right.
That's 5 hours of your night from 7 to 11:30.
Yeah.
You're at a comedy club.
Right.
After that, you're not doing comedy.
Yeah.
You can fucking go to work. Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, you can still work.
Be at the gym.
You're quitting income to try to sustain when it's a seasonal thing. Like you're only going to get hired as a gig work.
Right.
So you're literally getting hired this week for this gig.
Right. Yeah.
You're not gonna be the house MC this club.
So how do you find a job like that's willing to be flexible with your schedule?
Well, if you look
likely for him.
Oh no, you look at other comics. Everything in comedy is out there already. Right. It's all documented. Every comic you've ever heard of who moved to New York was either a writer for SNL, which is that's an MBA,
right,
or they were a waiter, or they were a bartender, or they were bussing tables, or in the kitchen. Like they worked a regular 9 to 5. They just found we call them application jobs. If you can find an application to get the job,
I work in a warehouse. I get it.
Yeah, but you get an application job. That way your nights they're closed. The fuck, you're not gonna be at work at 6 o'clock at a regular job.
I gotta be working at 5:30 a.m.
And what time you get off?
Sometimes 2
p.m.
So I can get out and gig it.
So if he had his job, say he had a weekend, nothing. They'll never overlap. Right. As long as he doesn't sleep too late or fuck off one of them, he can do both in a day.
That's why I got this job.
With a nap, a 2 p.m. job, he can take an hour rest of just getting yourself centered, eat and relax, then endure the night, and still have a fucking job. When I hear comics do that shit, I'm like, man, you didn't have a father tell you about money. And it ain't even Cosby shit, but that would have helped. Right. But you didn't have a guy just tell you, yo, all this shit is really because someone pays for it. Right. There's no magical person. There's nobody that loves us that much that gives it to us. Nope. Someone has to go to work to take care of this. And when it happens, and my mom did it most of the time, but somebody had to let you know that, hey, this shit ain't free because of love. The kids don't understand how much it costs, nor should they. Yeah. But when they start realizing that things, like there's limitations, they got to know why. It's easier to tell somebody why. That way they can apply it to other things. I don't have enough to get this. That works in everything. I don't have a good enough grades to do this. I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have this to get that. That's how it is. Yep. If you learn it, you can, not saying everything's transactional, but when you get to that part, you can understand it versus being hurt and rejected.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, I agree with you, but that's...
You can disagree, it's okay.
No, I'm agreeing with you because that's the logic that, in my mind, that men apply to a relationship or the family.
But it's...
I mean, yeah, but...
I even hate that being a new podcast thing now, man. Families and dads and judgment of what somebody can do. It's so hard because at the end
every
of the day,
situation is different.
Dads are not super... Like, I get that's the whole thing we're supposed to say as fathers. Yeah, you're supposed to be... But real shit, you just a dude who liked her at that moment.
Right. And
she just a girl who liked you. You to her... If the relationship's over, you just a guy she liked for a moment. But when y'all just regular ass people. Another person.
It's another person, but it's like.
But that's your responsibility at that point.
No, it's your responsibility, but to make it be successful, you must apply logic.
I mean that.
That's
you gotta
true.
have
yes,
you just gotta.
Definitely.
The problem is you just gotta.
It comes from the male.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
You can't say that.
My mama gave me this logic too, bro. It wasn't just.
My mom gave me a lot of logic.
Well, females are emotional. That's why he's saying that because they can get emotional and say.
I mean, I had men around. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, my mom. They both. It helps. Excuse me. Sorry, man.
You're good.
I will say that I've witnessed partial life with a single mom, kind of, because my parents weren't married until later on in my life. So he wasn't like in the house day to day, but he wasn't far. Like I didn't have to worry about that. But to see the difference in just being grounded in certain things, like I'll say that when you grow up in a 2-parent household, fuck the income. The thing you see the most is coexisting. You realize that these two people cannot be friendly, but still keep it respectful, and it gets resolved and moved on. When you have a single person in your life, it's very much like if this motherfucker can't do it and they find somebody else. They never found somebody else, nigga. They should have made it work. You didn't compromise. If you don't know what that means, you don't understand where you live. The whole country was a bunch of compromises and lies and got over. Yeah. We got the land from that shit. Right. Like it's all, that's how we exist. In America, you get somebody and you just, once you feel like I'm gonna do this, do it. Like I'm married now. It's not for fucking fun. It's not just to do it to be on some. Oh yeah, I got married to say, nigga. I battle tested this theory like Doctor Strange in the Endgame, nigga.
My wife almost 20 years, man.
It was one way this could work, and I make sure that we keep it in this one. I stay tuned. We are in tune. We try to stay in tune. And when we're not there, But that's the thing. If you don't think it's gonna be tough, then you shouldn't be. Any relationship,
like life beats you up. Like things happen. There's other alternatives.
Oh, it's life.
Involved, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's just like every fucking day you're an adult. It's somebody else. A whole ass person is now in your life.
Oh yeah.
That's what all you can ask for. You can't say, "Oh, the adult should be a woman should." No. This person right here is now in your house, or y'all live together. However you want to word it. Y'all motherfuckers a family. Yeah. That's it. You accept your brother for being a dickhead. Right. Your wife can be a dickhead and her husband can be a jackass. It all can be, nobody's better than.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, 100%, yeah. I get that.
I'm always like, you know what? We doing this. Right. This is the thing we're doing. Right. It's not like we're no pay cuts. We're doing this. Yeah. It's like, get on a sled. We're going to go down this hill. There's nothing you can do. You can't put your hand down and stop the fucking sled. Right. You're just on the fucking sled until it stops.
100%.
We're on the sled. Ain't shit stopping the sled.
But you obviously fell in love with something, and you continue to do.
You mean my wife or the comedy? Oh, okay. I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
I'm fucking with you. I mean, I ain't
trying to talk about that.
I'll say this. Comedy, actually, I have had moments where I take breaks from comedy.
Yeah. Well, you will. I mean,
people act like you shouldn't. That's what made me take breaks, was to prove you can.
Man, life. I
took a step back for everything because my kids was driving me crazy, so I just had to.
You took a good month off, right?
It was a month, and I took.
It was from the podcast. Yeah, I know. We had a break,
shit,
man. I was trying to scramble, put up fucking remix episodes and fucking highlights and shit.
I mean, in my mind, I felt like I wanted to be the best me.
Yeah.
In comedy, and I wanted to give the people the best I didn't want to just be roboting or zombieing through it.
That is true.
No, I get it, man.
I had the same I had distractions with personal life shit that I even missed the show. I always wanted, like, no bullshit. Being a Louis C.K. fan and a Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal fan, Boston was on my list of places to go to do comedy.
So?
The closest I ever got to Boston was I did Providence, Rhode Island twice.
Okay.
Ali's doing a theater in Boston.
Okay.
I'm stressed.
Really?
Because of work. My job was doing whatever. My life was going through.
When was this?
April.
Okay. This past year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
April or May.
I think you told me about this. Go
April or May. It was like April or May early. It might have been April, or it was April or May in the beginning of the month.
I just wonder if it was my birthday weekend.
Oh,
That's all.
I just couldn't.
April 25th. I was just throwing that out there.
I literally broke. I like, man, you know what? It was too much going on, and it was like one more, like, I felt like I had to make it. How long were you doing? Oh no, I didn't go to the show. I was going to the show in Boston. It was my dream show. I was excited, but then so many personal life things happened.
Damn it.
That at that moment I had to choose whether I
do that show,
be selfish in a sense, and just do what I need to do for my own sanity, or fuck my sanity. Okay. And I picked fuck my sanity, and then I regretted it for another month. Maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And then I didn't get back into like looking at comedy like I wanted to do it again until June. So
this year?
April, yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
that's so recent.
Yeah, and in June I did a couple bullshit gigs on somebody just doing some shows. In July I was getting married. Okay. So I remember I got married and shit. So it was like I had all these things like, man, comedy has to stop for me, because if I don't stop it now, I'm going to quit something more important that's more or less like comedy I can control, and I can take that L. In the worst case, I just do this shit like an old wash guy. Right. Like comedy isn't always there, but I still want it. Like you don't want to say, "Oh, well, I quit." I don't quit because comedy. You don't quit comedy. Comedy quits you. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I just got to figure out how to get in line, and I stopped trying to accommodate certain things. Like stop giving a fuck about everybody being happy. Right. I care about me. I don't care if everybody's happy. Honestly.
I mean, it's all said and done. That's all you can think about, man. It's like I mean that, and then your second, somebody you're with, but your kids, obviously. But I mean
that's still, but X Factor wise,
you got to worry about you first. Before you
I
care
fucked
about
up.
Everybody else. I mean, your sanity.
Comedy was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
so terrible that you missed out on your spot.
I mean, honestly, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Right. Because I got two cities I still want to perform in: Boston and Orlando, are two cities that have eluded me now that I want to get to perform at.
Let's speak on it. You've been on tour with Ali Sadiq.
5 years now.
5 years. Congratulations on that, man.
He only keeps them for 4.
Hey.
I got lucky with quarantine that he gave me an extra year of my eligibility.
How's that work?
That's dope. But
how does that work? Eligibility. What does that mean?
Oh, I'm talking shit. I'm making jokes about it as far as like, but he only keeps comics. I mean, usually, and I'll say this is a funny thing. Usually when the comics are with him for long enough, they're more focused on themselves enough to ask other clubs to book them. Okay. When I was with them, I was happy to be there. So
I get it.
I didn't really care about
trying to work and get.
We'll come back next year. I had attitude. Verse, I'm gonna get on and sell my own tickets. I got cool with just trying to, just
be there and enjoy the.
I like being on the Bulls. Yeah, I like being B.J. Armstrong on the Bulls.
100%. Ain't that right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I got a ring.
Look at it like this, man. Shows are shows, man. So if you can go out and do a show with somebody you have fun doing a show with, what's wrong with that? You said that's like.
Okay, B.J. Armstrong has at least 2 rings.
Just chilling.
I think he might have 3.
I mean, I've had his rookie card ain't worth shit.
Man, you went to the wrong place.
B.J. Armstrong,
but
I get it, man, because
I wish I played basketball back.
Like to a degree,
I've been Dennis Rodman all day.
That's funny.
it's like to a degree, like you get it, because everybody, everybody that's trying to do this thing is trying to come out and be LeBron.
But I will say this: it wasn't like I made the decision. Ali Sadiq was already doing comedy. No, I mean he was. This is 2019.
How'd you get involved with that?
Luck in Ohio. Ohio has a lot of comedy clubs, and at the time I was doing hosting shows for Funny Bone, throughout the state. So Liberty's in Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus.
How long in your career?
At this point, it was probably 8 years.
Okay.
So I was working in clubs, but I was hosting it, but not just hosting at home. I was hosting throughout. So like you get a host here. So if you're lucky, you feature on the off night. So Thursday, the feature that weekend might headline, so you could feature.
Okay.
And then they have another guy do his first hosting.
Right. And
then that's if you're lucky and you cool with the manager and you ask, could you do that stuff? And they might do it. They feel like it. For the off nights, if you got the stars got to align, but things can work out for you if you do your research. That's for one thing.
Right.
I did a lot of clubs in Ohio, and I worked with Ali the first weekend in Dayton, and I had manners. So he go to the green room. I wouldn't walk behind him and go in the green room. A lot of comics think that it's our green room. Right. No, you fucking idiot! It's the headliner's green room. Stay out of there.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I wasn't crowding him. Granted, I didn't have to crowd him. He wasn't. He was always his personality was always that guy. He's the same guy he's always been as far as when I first met him to now.
Okay.
But the magnet of his stardom wasn't there yet. Like he wasn't the guy that now he was just becoming Mexican got on boots.
Okay.
People get the crowd, they would scream that out here and there, but it wasn't. It was like 14 million views. It wasn't the shit it is now, which is whatever it is. But
14 million.
No, but 14 million. But over 2 years in a TV era still. It's 2019. Netflix didn't take over the world just yet.
Yeah.
So certain things like he still was just a guy that was. If you like comedy, you were a fan of him.
Right.
I like comedy, so I was already a fan from the stories I seen on. This Not Happening.
Right.
But to see it in person, you like this is a different monster.
Right. Yeah.
And I was a student, but I was always a student, and I didn't annoy him. That's all it was. I didn't know at first. He didn't like me. He probably now still doesn't really like me, but I don't annoy him.
Hold on.
No, I'm talking about we're friendly. We're friends. Actually, we're friends. I'm trying to be like he's playing it down, but really we're friends. So
okay, don't play it down.
Before in the beginning he got me better. He made me better. Well, it wasn't like I was a shining star.
A friend, though.
No, I just had promise and I wasn't annoying. Exactly. Real shit. He met me and I didn't annoy him, so he gave me a shot. The basics. He didn't have to tell me the basics about being a decent comic.
But he must have seen something.
Look.
Come on.
Maybe, but it took. Well, he saw it when he tested me. He saw if I would do it again.
You was Cleveland.
I mean, he told me the factors that got me where he saw that I was from the Midwest, so I had a certain commitment to comedy. Most comics from our area, they don't mind actually trying to be better.
Right.
Versus some places, if they're not good at the gate, they're gonna just do goofy shit.
In addition to that, I'm confident enough to say that you approached him like you from Cleveland, because people. People from this area, man.
I approached him like I was from the East. I just approached him. I asked him a question that was really just a real question, because he's a very nice person. He's a very great comic to know. If you're doing comedy and you can have a conversation with Ali, it's two guys I would say try to have a conversation with. Damon Wayans and Ali Sadiq. Those are two guys, if you ever can have a conversation about comedy with them, they will tell you the Matrix.
Yeah.
Damon Wayans' career is the career of comedy.
Wayans,
Not just that. See, if you think about it, he didn't just do SNL. He created a better version with In Living Color. So he has a sketch comedy show.
Yeah.
Then you have your sitcoms. He did what? My Wife and Kids.
Yeah. Right.
That was the sitcom he did. It was My Wife and Kids.
I love Major Payne all day.
So that's it. But then you check the boxes.
My first time seeing
comedy, great comics.
Right.
TV Dad, check. Or Midlife Dad, Midlife Man, check.
Yeah.
Sketch comedy, check.
Mm-hmm.
Movies,
check.
100%.
Yeah. Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis was fucking a action guy.
Yeah.
That movie comes out.
Right.
Major Payne.
My first time seeing Damon was in Colors.
Colors.
Oh shit! When he was playing with the bunny.
Yeah.
I know he had hair. Even when he was in the movie with Eddie Murphy as the gay dude giving him the bananas. And Beverly Hills Cop, he the gay dude to give Eddie Murphy. He playing a gay dude. He had to be gay in the movie. He'd be
Yeah.
Back then, you could be that silly and nobody really thought. It's like, it's funny. It's a funnier thing to be, because they're funny. That person in the world, in an environment, is usually a funnier situation. No, I mean, just explain like the scientific feeling of it, like where if you put anybody strange in somewhere, the strange to the foreign to them, but they're still functional, it'll be funny.
Yeah.
If they can speak the language, it's not fun. It's not funny.
Right.
But to be able to speak just differently, makes it funny. They used to do it with just black people. Now you got to kind of push it to another niche of black, because you can't just do black, because that's not going to work. Because we've been acclimated. You can't do that to us anymore. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Damon Wayans at the time, his go-to to be super funny.
I know all these things.
Men on film.
That was
funny.
hilarious.
Pause.
Yeah.
Well, Damon, if you look at all the boxes, Damon Wayans has covered all the, and he's a fucking killer stand-up. He's a killer stand-up special too with HBO.
Right.
He has all the boxes checked. So if you ever want to hear about comedy, this motherfucker knows.
Yeah.
He taught his brothers how to do it. Him and Keenan taught the thing.
Yeah.
They didn't, like Marlon and Sean could be funny naturally, but they had a fucking HGH with their brothers.
Absolutely.
So and then Ali, he's not a comic. He'll tell you how to function as a comic.
Right.
It was only two real comics that was doing this shit on the road. John Witherspoon, R.I.P., and Ali Sadiq were always working.
Right.
If you ever look on any website in the country, you will see a fucking weekend with John Witherspoon coming through.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So those two. He's gone now. Ali one of the last real I'm out here, because he went from the progression. He's a progression of a comedian that all of us would love to do. We all want to start here and just get better at comedy, and it works out for us. He does stand up.
Yeah.
He does a couple shows here and there, but you can't name any show he's really done. Not saying he don't do great shows, but the stand up, he's just getting better and better and better at stand up. Like he changed to the storytelling. Everybody thought storytelling was this, that, and the other. They're not doing it like that.
No,
this motherfucker's telling stories about. He's telling stories like a movie, verbally, and I get it. Like Kevin Hart did it kind of, where he had a whole thing behind him, his storytelling, but it's like that ain't this.
No,
this motherfucker can still. He had a cool background in the last two specials.
Right,
that shit could have been a curtain.
Yeah,
it don't fucking matter. That motherfucker is.
When you try to add stuff to it, it is what it is. But the thing is, you know, with comedy, you know, we're all telling our story. You know what I mean? Ali Sadiq, he was in jail. He's like, I'm telling my shit.
He just has a perspective, man. This motherfucker talking about his first job after. Like, we don't even the prison jail stuff. We don't really talk about it, because by the time he met me, he was a comedian.
Yeah. So that's that shit.
And I'm like, when he talked to me, it's more like giving me game in the sense of what he did in the comic, because I mean, we don't got to, like,
but what I'm saying,
our lives are different enough
his
that
mentality's probably like, fuck, I did that, fuck all that noise. Full steam.
Oh man, he's smart, man. He was all. I mean, he didn't get arrested on some stupid shit. He got snitched on. They needed help to catch the motherfucker. He wasn't out here.
No, I know the story. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about that. But that's what I love about comedy, is because there's so many people from different backgrounds. You know what I mean? And they all have their story, and they all tell it in a different way.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? And
I will say that I think that the reason he did keep me around is I do listen. Like, he told me some shit early on to stop doing.
You think that's?
No, I mean,
I think that's a big.
So it's more like I'm saying the basics. Because the basics is what I can explain to you. I can't tell you how we have so many similarities. That's our friendship. I'm not explaining it to people who ain't involved. 100%. I'm saying the fact of, if you meet a guy and you want to work with him, make it as convenient as possible.
Right.
I'm not saying bootleg and be on some goofy shit. I'm saying just, if you and him work out, make sure you remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
Not your talent, because he don't need. If a guy's bringing support, when the club hear about it, you'll hear the word support a lot.
Right.
Because you're just support. You don't even have a name. You're not the feature. A lot of comics fight for these titles. I'm a feature. When you get to the club, it's the headliner and talent. The rest of them are support.
Yeah.
So the MC, just support. Yeah. The feature, support.
Right.
So when I come, I'm support.
Right.
And supporting him is just, you do certain things. I ain't like some weird shit. Just like, you help.
Right.
If I see something could be easier, I'll just ask him, well, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Right.
And he'll tell me his opinion on it.
Right.
Or I didn't think about that.
Right.
Like, we're doing merchandise now. Nice. He ain't doing sales pitches. Like, if you ever see him perform, he's not the comic to tell you, oh, I got TVs in the lot. Man, no. He is a guy, so we learned how to sell merch for him.
Right.
Right.
Where it's not, where he ain't saying shit, so it gotta look good.
Yeah.
So the merch has to be something you could just buy and people see it and they want to wear it. It can't be Waka Waka on a fucking shirt with his catchphrase. I mean, I'm not knocking those type of comics. I'm saying that he doesn't do those because he's not going to sell the shirt afterwards.
Yeah. Like, you ain't seen the Midnight Paco Podcast t-shirts. Woo!
He wouldn't even do like he was against the Mexican Got on Boots t-shirt because he don't do the joke anymore. He won't do the joke.
Really?
No.
Well, I mean, I get it.
It's like if you ever
once it's out there on a special, yeah.
I mean, comics still do the hits. Every comic still does the dig. They all still dig in sometimes.
So I mean, I get why they don't though, because once you, like nothing's out there a lot of my shit. You know,
but it's not even that deep. It's more so he can't when he's doing it at a comedy club. That crowd knows him and is very intimate and love him.
He has his fans.
The difference is they know the joke, so they all want it. Every favorite part.
Right.
The room is acting. It's like being at a house party.
Right.
And it changed, so he can't do the joke until I've seen it change from when we was in Toledo one weekend. It was early, like 2019.
Okay.
It was just they was kind of rumbling.
Yeah.
By the time he did, he was doing Domino Effect, the first one.
Okay.
The first one boomed out. And it was this whole new thing. By the time that happened, it was impossible. Like they would come out to see him because he was so the Domino Effect was a thing, but they wanted that.
That's good.
Because they would look up online.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard, but
it's like Bert Kreischer with the machine.
Yeah, like you learn how to control it. Though. You do learn how to address. It's like being a good teacher. You tell the kids we're gonna play at the end.
Right.
And find a way to put all that.
So check this out, though, John. Like,
but enough about him. You know, I love the guy. It's great to watch him. I can talk about him for hours.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you personally, you've been in it. How much time do you have?
He said 15 years.
Oh, you got to stay on stage?
Yeah.
Hour.
An hour.
Yeah, I can do an hour.
When we gonna see that hour special, man?
Yeah.
So I recorded an album with it was formerly Helium Records, and they changed their name to something else. I forget the name now.
Is that related to the Helium Comedy Club?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
where'd you get Buffalo?
And I recorded here. It was it was a question I asked, and they said yes. Okay. So I asked if we could record it here.
Okay.
At Hilarities.
Okay.
And I liked it. But then I sent some edits, and then he told me the producer asked me to do something else to edit it, and it's like it was such a task for me at the time. I never got back to it, so I just told him I'll wait.
So when was this?
He texted me 4 weeks ago.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, the album is.
He wants it to be out the way he wants it, man.
Well, not just that.
Was it like notes?
No, I had some changes like, hey, just do this, and he like, okay, for me to do that, do this. I'm not man. All right, I'll get to that in a minute. If I gotta do that much work, I'll get to it in a second.
Damn. Okay, so he has a special.
No, I want to be. Like, my thing is,
it's on hold.
If I'm an artist, let me be an artist in this aspect. Just let me be the artist. I don't got any like the deal we have is the deal we have. Let me just be the artist. Right. I don't want to have to be a co-producer. I don't want to have to do any of that shit.
I mean,
I don't want to time code shit. It sounds crazy to say it. I don't want to have to listen to my album and write down the times of when the jokes are. I'm telling you the times of the jokes. Produce
don't they got somebody for that?
Exactly. If they don't, I'll get to it when I get to time.
I mean, they should have somebody for that.
That's like when
you do the podcast and you're going through. I mean, I don't time code.
I'm not producing I'm not doing all that. It's only because if I was gonna do all that, I'd produce it. I make it myself. If I gotta do all that, I can upload.
You'll do it yourself.
Yeah. So I would have had it. I'm come out the way it was.
So when did
I want to be an artist? January.
Okay, this year.
Yeah, so I want to be an artist. Okay. I want to get out the way.
So it took 15 years to do an album.
No, I did 2 other things before that, but they're only a half hour and 20 minutes.
Okay,
but
half hours.
Yeah, and I did it myself. I put an album out after quarantine.
Okay. So
it was called. It was a special called Nothing Special.
Okay.
And it was who was in town? I believe it was Soder. Dan Soder was in town.
That was the 20 minutes.
And he let me feature for him that weekend. So I recorded Sunday and just put it out because nothing else was happening.
Okay.
Because everybody couldn't perform. So Atlanta, Texas, in some parts.
And where is this at?
This was during quarantine. This right after. Oh, it was at Hilarities too.
Nice.
It was a smaller.
Where can you see it?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Nothing special.
I'll put the link. I'll put the link.
It's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
And I did that. I was featuring that weekend, and I was doing the set throughout the weekend. It was like the first post-COVID set for real.
Yeah.
It was before I got with Ali again because he wasn't on the road yet.
Okay.
So it was cool to be in a city where people were still traveling through to do some time and get out of here.
Yeah.
So you get some reps in front of an audience with mask on and all the tables and shit.
How was that? How was that?
You learn how to slow down. For me, it was helpful to learn how to actually stop because before I was really fast and not energetic, but once I got going, it was here's the jokes.
Right.
Then you realize after quarantine, the energy of everybody changed.
Yeah.
So you just had to go with the energy. You had to be more, all right, everything was so tense.
Okay.
That now we
it's
just
so
want to.
Weird though.
You want to alleviate.
Yeah.
But comedy has to be a reaction to society. So you do want to be a happy comic. Before we could do the mean shit, but then we had a fucking pandemic. Right. It's like you watching
get angry.
The Avengers. If you see the Avengers, the life is one way, and then this shit happens, and life's different.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
When I think of angry comics, I think of Dennis Leary.
But that's the old. I mean, also that's
Bill Burr. We talked about.
But now, listen to Bill Burr now. He's reflective.
Well, he's got a kid. That's why.
Man, COVID energy. COVID energy. You had to be more. Everybody.
You know what? That shit didn't affect me one bit.
Man, I'm telling you this. You might not think this. You're lying. I'll tell you why. You're way more cool with happy shit.
I just been through a lot of different shit.
So when we all almost died,
this ain't gonna fuck with me.
All right.
I'm gonna be good.
You was in the house though.
I was out. I worked every day.
You had to say they get no days off?
No.
Oh, well, fair.
I didn't either. I was considered essential as a trucker.
I'll take all that back. For the rest of us not having experienced that shit like that, it changed us.
I worked every day. I was out there. I got COVID. I lost my taste.
Oh man,
I got
see this motherfucker act like he came out unscathed. He had this shit.
I
got it
my
4
taste
times.
And smell, but it was like
you got it back.
It didn't kill. Like it didn't. I understand.
You say it didn't kill me.
I know it killed people.
I mean that's.
I'm not saying it didn't kill people, but what I'm saying is, like when it started going, I just realized propaganda.
Oh, bro, you couldn't taste nothing. Just fuck out of here.
I couldn't taste nothing, but it didn't like affect me in a big way.
You understand?
I still ate food.
You hear this shit?
I still ate it.
You can eat it, but the sense of taste is a part that we need.
100%, but that's because they fucking manipulated
Oh
the
my
virus.
God, there we go. I'm not doing this. I'm not arguing with you. Your feelings. I get it. I understand, but it's different.
I'm just saying it didn't affect me one bit because I worked. You know what I mean? I worked through it. I didn't get ill. I didn't. You know what I mean? I had to miss work. I didn't.
You know it's ill to lose a sense.
Nothing.
Hey, like, if you lost a sense of sight, they call you blind, nigga. It's a difference. Enough people haven't lost a sense of taste to have a name for it. It's still just I lost most of the taste. There's no cool word for that.
I get it.
To quote John Bruton, our guest today, COVID had no hits.
They had no hits.
COVID had no hits, but it was.
It had no We Are the World. It had no hits.
Seamless fucking injury.
It could. I mean, honestly, everybody did kind of bounce. For most, if people who bounce back.
Right.
Because everybody I know who did lose senses, they did get them back slowly but surely.
But at the end of the day, they had no hits. Man, I love that shit. Man.
I mean,
I love that.
Like I said, man.
I mean, if you give people the kind, like that's what I realized watching Ali. But he showed me watching him, just like watching him perform every night for years. You realize that context is king.
Right.
He doesn't make you feel like, man, prison. Nope. He talks about it in a way like you see it.
Yeah, he paints.
You don't gotta be there. It's just like you understand the story.
Right. He like the Biggie of comedy or the Slick Rick of comedy. Storyteller.
He's a great story. I remember the last 2 years, New York Times and LA Times been telling him he's the greatest storyteller in comedy.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that shit been cool as hell.
But I can see, you do that too, man.
I mean, I tell stories now, but I'm not. My thing is, my storyteller's not like him. I wouldn't call myself a storyteller. I'm more like watching a sitcom. That's what I want you to feel like when you watch it. When you hear me, it's more like watching an episode of a sitcom.
You do like, in my opinion, you do like life commentary.
I'm trying to do it where it's because I wanted you to get it if you didn't live it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him do things that everybody didn't live it, but everybody gets it.
A lot of
but you gotta give them enough context.
Some shows it's like it don't matter, and correct me if I'm wrong. It don't matter if you have an audience full of white people. You tell a story through a black lens, and you want them to understand where you coming from.
I'm not gonna I don't code switch.
Yeah.
Not now. Yeah. At this point, it won't do anything for me.
Yeah.
If I got a code switch to talk to somebody, we shouldn't really speak. If I can't find the words, or if we don't have a connection not even a connection, if we don't have a base line that we can just like we can function here.
Yeah.
If I gotta talk like I'm somebody else,
right.
I'm not doing that.
Look, I ain't trying to weird you out, but I'm a student of comedy.
It's not weirding me out.
Yeah, because his memory is fucking. It weirds people out.
I mean, you can't fold. Like if you try to give people, before I keep it in mind, if you try to give people, you can't make them feel bad, but you also can't cater to them. It's just here's the joke.
No, I was just saying like how I could be familiar with your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm a student of the game, man. You know, you somebody that.
Right.
And I watch.
I wanted a body of work. I did make that an idea. I wanted to produce a body of work in comedy because I did it. I looked back and it was 10 years in, and I didn't have anything really to say I did comedy besides me saying and some bullshit flyers. I didn't have like an actual.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was clips. I mean, honestly, it's not like the body of work is how I describe it, but really it's as simple as having your jokes online.
Right.
I did in the description when I introduced them. I did leave out podcaster. And I didn't mean to.
So you fine. I mean, I haven't. I'm not active enough to say I am either.
Right.
But so they out there.
You're not
How long
saying
you do it for? About a year?
Well, the podcast, I did podcasts for years. When I first started on podcasts, I was with a guy named Eric Cribley. We had a podcast called Perfect America.
Oh, okay.
And it was me and him, and we would kind of like just not argue, but we would talk about issues between everybody. Like, it was based on history things. So it wouldn't be solving problems now, and at the time, it wasn't even Trump. It was
Bush.
No, it was Obama, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Obama era last second term.
Yeah.
And we did a podcast.
I love to bring
there.
it up. His second term, I was in D.C. for his inauguration.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's those things are things I really wish I did, and I've been in DC.
I was actually in the military, so I was on a corner standing in a military uniform by a Humvee.
You were at an inauguration, though. How many inaugurations have you been to?
I was probably like a mile away, though.
You were at a city, the inauguration.
And it was for Obama, so shout out. It was for, you know.
One of the last good ones. Now it's all a spectacle. It has become more of a. It's become more of a American Idol voting than voting.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but either way, you asked me something and we got on a tangent. Yeah. It was my fault.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I was just, I was just saying. I was just saying that. I was just saying, like, I'm a student of the game. I ain't trying to freak you out or nothing. But,
you're fine.
I watch comedy and I could probably almost quote your jokes.
I mean, that's fun. Oh, body work. So we got to that. Body work. Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I don't think it's weird. I mean, it's nice to know somebody heard you. So, I mean, you can't be too much like, yeah, you read it. Like, just like, thank you, shit. I'm glad somebody. If I had 4 thumbs down on the video and that was all I had, I was like, at least they watched the whole. They probably watched the whole thing.
Well, look, he's big on promoting Cleveland. You know, look,
a little bit.
I'm from Erie. It's tough. I'm a Steelers fan, so it's tough for me to say anything good about Cleveland.
No, man, listen.
But
that's one football team. You can. It's the whole city.
Exactly, because my comedic career has started here in Cleveland.
Right here in Cleveland. It ain't where you from, is where you at.
Raised and here in Cleveland, I've had nothing but support from here in Cleveland. So I give shout out to that.
Yeah, I just personally think that so our Cleveland comedy can smoke everybody in the U.S. That's what I think.
That's not true.
And that's what
you don't think so?
No.
Who you think messing with Cleveland, man?
I won't do that part because I don't want us to feel like we have to compete in that sense.
I feel you, but come on, man.
I'll say that it's like.
I mean,
you ever watch Game of? I'm just trying to give it now. You ever seen Game of Thrones or watch Game of Thrones?
Not really.
No.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, that's why I didn't get.
I mean, I know Atlanta get busy. I know Detroit get busy.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say that Cleveland comedy.
Shit, my bad.
Oh yeah. It's funny. And since
make sure you go to his website, madbruce.com, and check out the video.
Cleveland comedy is good, but it still has it's really tough AAU.
So you saying we like AAU, like we hardcore AAU?
We're some of the best. Like AAU, you come here. If you do 2 summers in Cleveland, it's like if you were in 8th grade AAU. You'll get better at learning a lot of bullshit that you're going to need to endure, like,
in the world.
You'll learn the X Factor shit here.
Yeah.
So if you go to the paint and you want to know how to fucking get hit and still finish, Cleveland going to teach you that.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to go through a screen and not get a call, we teach you that. Or you want to learn how to you better learn how to flop or don't fucking get hit on the screen. You'll learn all the X Factor shit you need to learn for when things go really good or go really bad. But the baseline you will miss. You will miss when things are just normal because there's no normal here. If you go to Hilarious, you're a black dude, you got to do the white shit. So you got to really know how to talk to them and pick. Because a lot of black comics got to have this conversation with themselves. I'm a coon and just do these white people. I'm going to tell them, hey, nigga, I've been to jail 5 times. You can do the whole stereotype and be as loud as you want with that stereotype. And they'll love you for it because it is entertaining.
Yeah.
But you're not being funny the way they're laughing at you.
Right.
You can do that
all the time.
But there is a career.
Yeah,
honestly, there's a space for it because people. If you're doing comedy and they're laughing, boxes checked. So we can do integrity later.
Yeah.
But the job is being done. We can fucking fight about it later. But right now, for the argument of comedy,
right,
that's what he's doing the job.
Right.
He chose to do it that way.
Yeah.
No club makes you perform the way you perform.
Your material is your material.
Yeah. So if you want to go up there and if it keeps you working, that's what you get addicted to. Rock out. But you're gonna miss the baseline. Right. You'll be doing the X Factor shit. You just chose to now start tying off in the bathroom after you get done with your X Factor. Verse, that's one room I survived.
Right.
Because you go to the Improv, it's hood. Well, it's a funny bone now.
Okay.
It's not just a black room. Black rooms are black. That's not a real thing. There's no black room.
Yeah.
Because black people aren't one thing.
Right.
But the hood, oh no. If I tell you that's the hood, you fucking get that. If I say, it's black in there, I'm not racist. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But hood, Cleveland got hood rooms. So the funny bone is a hood room. Right. If you go up there, and I'm not talking about that you don't understand English, you got to jive and all that fuck shit. I'm saying when you go there, if you don't have fucking gusto and a performance, right? Because they don't come for just see it. The white boys get the jokes off.
Yeah.
Like the white boys can do. So today I was all right, cool.
What is he saying?
Improv. No, this is improv. Improv is like being on Krypton, a Superman shit.
Right.
Everybody's funny in their heart. So you talking to a guy, if you on a date, he funny too.
Right.
He ain't about to let you upstate. Who the fuck is this nigga? Like,
right.
So you got to kind of have that. You got to know that I got to make him laugh a few times, right, to make it cool for her to enjoy her night. Because he the whole time, this nigga corny. Right. She like him more than she like me. So yeah, he is kind of corny. So then or you can just make sure you do jokes that over there they get the joke. Like the white people, when I do jokes, they get the joke. They don't gotta die laughing because they're gonna laugh more anyways. Right. It's like machine gun laughs at white clubs, but you want a shotgun laugh. Get some black people just to simmer down and hear the whole joke. And when you get to certain parts, it's a room laugh.
Right.
I've had white crowds, and I've seen them. They've done room laughs, but they ain't as loud as a mixed crowd or a black room.
Right.
Like I did a show. I did one good show. I've been to Tommy T's twice in Oakland.
I've done
Tommy T's in Oakland. Okay. I've done maybe 8 shows there. 4 and 4. 2 times I've been there. I've only had one good one. And the one good one was the third one I did. The third set was so electrifying.
Nice.
And it was like, yo, this is
comedy. Was it worth it? It was worth it.
Oh no, but like you just realize, like, I mean, they were all decent enough show. Like I didn't bomb, but it wasn't like everything. Their personality. I delivered the joke right. I said it with this. They all got it. And that was just a different. And it was all black, so they got the references.
And that makes everything. You walk out that bitch.
So you're at home, so you get more comfortable, but you got to know how to be formal before you can get informal.
Right.
So I do think that Cleveland does give you the X factor to learn how to do your jokes and being formal to both sides or informal to both sides.
So a gentleman told me.
I mean, they've been nothing nice to me. I'll tell you that. Cleveland's been nothing cool.
I mean, they're cool enough, but I mean, a gentleman you're gonna miss the baseline of certain things. You'll get the X factor. You'll learn a lot of the tricks. Like you learn how to use duct tape in Cleveland.
Yeah,
but you won't learn how to use a fucking toolbox.
Right.
So we got a million different uses for duct tape here. Yeah. We're great Cleveland comedy is duct tape, nigga. I can do a table. I can, nigga. You give me I can make a basketball out of some duct tape. Fuck around.
Right.
But,
So,
you know,
so basically, it's like, it sounds like what you're saying in a nutshell is like, in order to be a good graffiti artist, you got to know the alphabet.
yes. If you know letter structure, you can know where you can move the title here. You can move the tittle here. You can make this line long and it's still gonna look like the color, the letter you said it was.
Right.
You know how to change it. If you know how to do, if you know the basic propaganda techniques, you can do good comedy.
Yeah.
Because you know how to make a room feel some way.
Right.
If you can do different propaganda techniques, you know how to deliver certain context to people a certain way. I'll tell you this trick because it's just
all
reading books.
hypnotism.
No, it's like if you know how
Get in the
to.
flow.
If you know how to tell somebody, okay, so if I know my look is a certain way, how do I use this as a propaganda technique? How do I sell them on this person?
What do you think you look like?
It depends how I dress.
Depends how you dress.
Like, because the face don't really change, but I can, and I won't look like tough or not. It's like I can look super dad, or I can look like a guy who's trying to be cool. It doesn't change too much, but the jokes could change the energy.
I think you look like business casual.
Well, I mean, this honestly at this point, I don't dress too differently. Like Jordan, I got nothing but Jordans now. Like you ever seen Blackish?
Yeah.
I dress like Anthony Anderson.
Okay.
Like that's a guy. If you parallel us a lot of things, if he's like my style guy. Like if you ever had to parallel me, how'd you describe the way you dress?
Right.
Cool gym teacher.
Cool gym
Yeah, I
teacher.
like that.
Mike Paramore told me that
T-shirts
shit.
on,
One day.
Yeah.
sweatpants all day.
Mike
man.
Paramore told me that shit one day. Because after quarantine, I stopped wearing jeans as much.
Shout out to Mike Paramore.
Hey, I went out and he saw me one day. He like, man, why you like a fucking cool ass gym teacher? I said, that's funny as shit. And, you're not wrong. And every day I get just, I'm like,
I can see that.
give me
I
a
can see
whistle.
that.
Stop running.
I'm in sweatpants, I'm in shorts, I'm in
I wear
hoodie
shorts.
all day.
I used to wear a lot of hoodies. I stopped wearing hoodies as I got older because sweatshirts are so easy.
No, but still,
You got the fucking pockets.
I don't care what you have on, man.
Here, y'all. Soup.
I don't care what you have on. You still, fit a.
Oh yeah, I keep it. It's a certain look where it's like I mean what I'm saying.
I say Mr. Bruton and he's younger than me. Ain't that some shit?
It's funny. But honestly, it depends. Like it's not like even a persona. It's like, but you do have to mean it. So it's true. Like when I'm on stage, I don't really do life fucked up jokes.
Yeah.
No,
Something fucked up kind of happened around me,
right.
but my life is fine.
Yeah.
And it is. Like it's not. My wife is.
Although we were talking about marriage the one time at the garage shop.
I was talking about how people. Here's a trick. Me and my wife talk about the same thing, and I said it more harsh and funny on stage. When I
I got
said
some shit about marriage.
my wife, I made a joke about my wife and shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I also said, but me and she's heard me say this, where I say, a good marriage is knowing when to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
but also knowing how to say shut the fuck up to your partner without ever having to say shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
That's my quote to my wife. Like, that's a real thing. I said that
look at her
before.
like,
Cause we both do it. Like
shut the.
No, but we both know that. So she knows certain things could irritate me,
Yeah.
and I know certain things that could irritate her. Versus, I'd rather just eliminate it. Versus finding out if I'm right.
Right.
Like, this probably irritate her. Let's find out. She's the same way. She's like, this might irritate him. Let me just chill.
Yep. Just
So
stop.
that helps. I mean, but having that understanding early, and we like each other. Like I get,
Isn't that a
get married
bonus?
for whatever reason, but ours, we were friends we were friendly. So during quarantine, marriage wasn't the goal. We were trying to have a baby. We had a baby on the way, and we were in a relationship.
Right.
We talked about marriage as when we get there. Well, this door is here. We're over there.
Yeah.
When we walk and get to this door, we'll knock on it.
Right.
Yeah.
But until then,
Yeah, right.
we still over there trying to figure out where the fuck this is to get here.
Listen,
And we didn't have a problem with it. We understood that as a group, as a couple.
that's so dope, and that's
That's like
basically
when you buy a house. Look, it's a 30-year mortgage. We ain't gotta fix it up day one.
look.
That's honestly, if people know, but you don't have that relief in your voice is like, I got time to take care of that. Imagine if a woman's which like, what we gonna do?
Oh,
We'll take care of it later. They're like,
Oh, they don't hear that. They want to
Oh,
do
no,
it
they
week
hear it.
one.
Hey,
I don't even they want to, but you can if you say like, man, 30 years.
Yeah.
By the time it's paid off, that shit'll be done.
Yeah.
But we got a lot. We got some payments to make. Fuck this house until I need to have some more. I don't own it yet. I don't have 4% in the motherfucker yet.
Trust me.
Hey, so John Bruton,
Yes, sir.
at the end of the day, in addition to people saying John Bruton has the most naturally arched eyebrows
That's so
that
nice.
they ever
That's
seen.
true. That is true. My mother passed them on. Both my daughters have my eyebrows.
People pay money to get their eyebrows to look like
Man.
that.
Bro, when I had to get a cotton swab for my oldest, because I wasn't with the mom, we didn't have a relationship like that, so I didn't really know about her. So we had to get a cotton swab to prove it was me. I saw her.
You saw her eyebrows?
And I saw her. She's skinny like me. My oldest looks like me, just a little lighter. It's me. Like that. When I saw him, like, that's my baby. I'm the pappy.
Yeah, that's my baby.
I mean, come on, give me. You're like, come here, baby. Come here. You know.
Hey man, what should people know about you that they don't know about you?
What haven't we covered?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot. But.
I'm more serious than I act, but I'm also more silly than I act. Like, I'm goofy as shit.
You're straightforward too.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm more. You know what? That's because I got a kid, man. Like having my youngest in my face all the time. Like my oldest, when me and my oldest together, I'm a lot more like coddling and asking to make sure, and I'm walking her through shit before I can really snap at her, because she don't deal with me like the.
Right.
She don't see that enough, so she gotta be right. Yeah. She still has the option to like daddy first.
Right. Yeah.
So my delivery to her is, I'm still direct, and I'm still kind of stern, but it still gotta be more. I gotta be cool because I can't be intense to you because you don't see me in that light. Right. But because she experienced me all the time, every day's another day.
Yeah.
This one,
it's different.
Yeah, like my youngest, if I stand up, you going to work? It ain't like, Daddy, you leaving me?
Right.
My oldest, she don't see me enough. So if she see me leaving, she at the house and I'm leaving the house.
Right.
Even though my wife and my her sister and her stepmom are there. Mm-hmm. Wait, no. You mine. Yeah. You're the reason I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
So the other one, she don't care.
No, you'll be back.
So you're more you're more serious than people think, and you're more sillier than people think.
And both of those, they both like the two of them. They see like my oldest, she acts like she has some of the childhood where she's more of a only child.
Right. So speak this into existence. Like you said, you're doing everything you wanted to do.
Yes.
What else should the world know that you're willing to do? Like that, some of your goals that like.
I do want to make a movie.
Okay, y'all hear that?
Some you wrote, or are you thinking about?
Yeah, I'll probably Quentin Tarantino, Spike Lee it, write it, direct it.
He got some movies already.
And even try and do a cameo if the movie has a storyline that fits a cameo for me.
So it's not you haven't written yet.
Oh no, I got a couple things I wrote. Like me and my cousin Aunt, we've done so many brainstorms of not pitches, but like.
I know one you talked about.
Yeah, that was dope. I thought it was dope.
Oh yeah, I mean that was when me and Rodney Perry came up with that one. Yeah. Me and Aunt came with one called. That's one pitch we were working on.
This guy's definitely got ideas for writing, so y'all better pay attention. Don't sleep on. Do not sleep on.
Well, so hold on. Do you think about? I mean, because we talk about Cleveland and all the talent and all the comedians and shit. You ever think about doing it here, or you want to make it bigger? I don't want to put nobody down.
I would do
You trying to do because I talk about Clerks. Clerks is the best.
I was gonna say about Kevin Smith. I mean,
yeah,
Kevin Smith and what was the other person? Shit. But I would do it I would do a series based in Cleveland, but it would be more like Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where it's strange things that happen, but they're not exclusive to here, but the landmarks are.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a wild ass barber fucking your hair up and make you wait all day. That could happen in any black scenario, but the Atlanta backdrop makes it a certain way.
Different. Yeah.
If it happened in Cleveland, it's a different thing. Like you're not gonna eat Zaxby's, you're gonna eat B&M.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can have those certain nuance of Cleveland you would want to put in the show, but you wouldn't have the jokes be for everybody to watch it. So we thought about those. That's what I'm saying. I could give you this dissertation about how
the
outline of it.
Were you willing to film it here?
Oh yeah, because I grew up by Whitmore's, and we always me and my cousin talk about what if we own how do you own Whitmore's?
Right.
Like the motherfuckers ain't passing every inspection. We're really going
I mean, but seriously though, that's to me when I travel, I'm looking for the Whitmores. I don't want it to be
because I'm probably gonna give away a lot of game ideas I had. So we called it Home of the Polish Boy.
That's here,
and that was the name of the show.
Yeah. Nice.
Because everybody Southside got one called. It's a Chicago-based show called Southside.
Right.
everybody got their own. They call their location. Well, we got our shit's weird because we even had a line we want to make sure we put in the song. I mean, not in the song. We had a line we want to put in the show where we talk about Cleveland so weird because white people started trying to make it cool, and we knew it was fucked up when white people started calling it the land. We knew it was no longer a thing because it's been C-Town since the 80s.
Or Thieveland.
Yeah, like, or Thieveland, or even we was okay with Believe Land because they got us a good time.
Yeah.
Like niggas was winning shit, so we could take that Believe Land horse shit, fine, give it here, we won one, we'll take it. But niggas never was like, yeah, I'm from the land. Nigga, no you're not. You're from fucking the whitest part of Cleveland. You're from Lorraine. You're from everybody, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying like Cleveland has.
I'm not from none of this.
Yeah, I can talk to you about it, and you won't defend it. You like, no, that's not what we did because you didn't do any of it.
Nope.
Yeah.
But like when white people and MGK. And they made it the land.
Yeah.
And it was so easy. You're the land. Whoever said that?
Right.
Besides these new white boys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, nah, they not even from the land, though. They not even from the land.
Yeah.
They just stole it. I'm sorry.
He tells me all about the land.
That was too much. I didn't even steal the land.
Hey, you know what? I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, and I would like to thank our guest, Mr. John Bruton, for coming in, man.
You know what? I'm going to ask y'all to remove those titles I put on it, because I'm still working on those. Not thinking about it. I don't want
What titles?
The ones I said about the shows. I like those titles. I don't want.
Oh, okay. About your movie titles?
I'll bleep them bitches out.
Yeah, that's cool.
You ain't hear shit,
like,
people.
I mean, you just hope you cut.
No, so we'll remove the titles, but you know, he is a writer.
Yeah.
Okay? He got movie ideas. Get to him.
I was gonna keep those titles.
Hey, get at him. Everybody's watching. Because look, check this out.
Shit out. You ain't hear nothing.
And I want you to remember this, John.
Yes,
like,
sir.
old to you is new to the world, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned that. I learned that when I was in my little funk, and I needed to get back to a set, like, cause
Yeah.
I mean, so when I get out of practice of comedy, you get sluggish. You get slow. You do a lot of bad habits. My bad habits are talking fast and cussing a lot.
Yep.
So I'll do that on stage. Mm-hmm. My first set back when Ali had me, he told me, hell, he's like, man, I see the rust on you.
It's rust.
And he didn't even go hard on me. He just said, I see the rust on you. And he left me alone.
Yep.
The next couple sets, I learned how to tuck in some of the bad habits. I was cussing a lot on certain parts. And I wasn't cussing like, just a little bit. No, it just was, I wasn't calling my daughter in bad names. I was cussing as filler words.
Right. Yeah. Filler. That's filler shit.
And you're like, man, you up to just talking.
That's why I'm on there with the script.
Yeah, I mean,
if I go filler, if I go off script,
But you want to practice them so you learn that the autopilot. You want autopilot to be safe at all times. You want to be Rocky when you go on autopilot. 100%. So yeah. But I learned how to get the rust off, and now I started doing the old jokes. The jokes I knew that worked.
Yes.
I just did those and got it. Get the kill. Just had a basket go in. It don't got to be a 3-pointer. Get a bunny.
Old to you is new to the world, and with that being said,
even if it's new to them. I mean, if it's old to them. Fuck them. Hear it again.
I mean, yeah, 'cause you're a fan, right?
Hey,
fuck, enjoy my joke. Is all I'm saying.
Episode of the Midnight Paco Podcast brought to you in part by the Acumen Paralegal Services. Help yourself the legal way. The services that they offer is they help with documents that need to be typed, guardianships, probate, divorce, wills and trust, complaints, business organization, financial planning, and legal research and writing. Go ahead and give them a call at 216-727-0049 or 216-456-2000. Michelle White will get you right.
Hey, y'all heard it first from Mr. John Bruton. Yo, Jay, where can they find you at, man?
Hey, everybody, you can follow me at Justin Fuller Comedy on all platforms, people.
And I am _great_COREE. That's where you can find me, or you can find us both at the Midnight Paco Podcast. Hey, I would like to
last Sunday at Hilarities. Every last Sunday at Hilarities Crowdwork Show. Jokes on you. Other than that, madbruton.com. Check me out, and my schedule will be updated often. So
and
you know what?
I'll make a math Monday.
No. I forgot to mention, which is such a big deal. And
what is it? B-side Grog Shop.
You know what? I wanted to mention this, and I kind of forgot about it. But
what's up?
First jokes of the year. That's such a big deal here in Atlanta.
Yeah. January 7th. We're doing it again. January 7th. The date's already been locked
Can you
up.
give us a brief of what that is?
Yeah. How do people get in contact?
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, you're like,
no. I'll tell you that. I mean, not that part. It's just like I'm not. It's not like an open enrollment thing. You can't just contact me and I'm gonna book you.
Okay.
But the show started in Brooklyn, I believe, where it was a 51st Jokes, where a guy had
51st Jokes.
51st Jokes
of the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's a national show. It's just that when I got involved, Ramon Rivas started it in Cleveland first, but it wasn't officially with the 51st Jokes chain.
Okay.
Time went on. Ramon stopped doing it after the second year. I did the third, fourth, fifth year at Hilarities.
Okay.
And the guy who runs it contacted me one day because he heard about it at this point.
Right.
And he asked me, we worked out how to make it a thing where I was a part of the system with the whole chain. And it worked out. Last year we did it together as officially 51st, because before it was 50-ish first jokes. Okay. And I did the blackish text. Whenever I did it, it was like a blackish thing. So whatever they did, I took that marketing, made it look like they shit. So it's like, it's just making people see it, and it's like, oh, that's like blackish. It's easier.
Right.
So we would take it from 50-ish first joke, plus we went over 50 all the time.
Yeah.
The guy contacted me and asked me,
everybody wants to be on that motherfucker.
One of the stipulations or one of the requirements to be official was you don't play with the title. It's 51st Jokes.
Right.
So I put it 51st Jokes officially since we are now affiliated with them.
Nice.
So it's just that extra bit of officialness where it's been ran good. Like ours is one of the better ones. Right. It's in the comedy club, which is different than a lot of them.
Right.
We actually have video of the show.
Yep.
And, that's a lot of comics don't get to their first joke in the comedy club. Right. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be a special more than just first joke. Yeah. Because if for first joke, everybody could, say it was at a bar, a grog shop.
Yeah. Right.
Any asshole comic who didn't want to be a part of it could just start their own.
Right.
Now, you're not going to, if you do it now, you're not doing it better than.
Right.
So I don't really worry. You can a comic tomorrow could do. I'm doing 51st Jokes 2 days before. Well, here, check this out. If you do his shit, you ain't doing mine.
Right.
So cut this shit out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
what you doing at a club? People don't realize the importance of doing that at a club.
Oh yeah, club. Yeah, you're not. I mean, think about if you're a comic, and say you just started.
Yeah.
All I gotta know about you around November, and I started booking it.
Yeah.
And it's not like you don't. I actually rather have new comics who can appreciate it. If you already work at Hilarities, I mean, I might throw you, but I'm gonna book 30 cats who I don't fucking know.
Right. Exactly.
That's why I don't people hit me up because I don't. Just if I don't know you, I don't fucking I don't. But I'm gonna hear about you. It's time.
That's why when people ask me to be on the show, I say I don't book it.
I ask. What I've learned to do though, I do the booking by committee.
Okay.
I ask any producers I know. I ask them to suggest me 5 people.
Right.
Any names I see on both lists, I put them down.
Right.
Nice.
I ask 4 or 5 comics. 4 or 5 producers of shows. Give me some of your comics you like that you want me to put on this year. And anybody they tell me, if I see their name pop up again, I contact that person first.
Right.
Just so I gotta have my process because I'm tired of overbooking this shit.
Right.
Because the last time, the beginning of the year, which is kind of funny. I remember when it happened because I had ate an edible cookie from a comic. And I didn't know, this motherfucker made it.
That shit
He made it, and I ain't thinking, and one, this how bad it was. I didn't eat yet. And it was a show, it was a long day.
Empty stomach?
Oh, it gets worse. So I ate the goddamn edible. I got a flight at 6 in the morning to go to New York. So I'm fucked up. So it's so bad, I'm at the corner alley throwing up, and I give. I had my man. I love these boys to this day. Flint and Jimmy Graham. Okay. They were with me too. I unlock my phone and I give it to Flint. Say, take care of me, man, because I trust Flint. Flint know me. Flint know I live at. Flint in my house. He slept in my house before. Flint stayed at my house. Like Flint is my friend. So I gave Flint my phone. So I
shout out to Dave Flint.
Yeah, shout out to Dave.
He opened my Uber up, got me an Uber, put my phone in my pocket, walked me to the Uber. Him and Jimmy walked me to the Uber.
Edible fucked you up like that.
The edible.
Edibles, like you think
on an empty stomach.
You eating a drug, you ain't even. This ain't regulated, man. You eating some shit you ain't supposed to be eating, and I'm out and about.
Plus, somebody probably made that shit.
The worst part was I gotta still get this flight, so I wore a suit to that show. I'm in the basement taking off the suit like Leonardo DiCaprio on some drunk, fucked up shit, calling my wife to come downstairs. So I need your help. She coming down. She don't know what the fuck going on at first. She's like, what's up? I said, man, I ate an edible. I know that, and I'm drunk. And she's like, you pack yet? I said, nope. I was planning to come home and pack. So she's like, all right. So she got me on the couch, got me together, put a trash bag on me, right in front of me, and she pulled out shit she know I wear. And I just went through some of it, took some back, put some shit. But she got me started, which I will say this: we was already gonna get married. Cause we already engaged at this point,
Right.
But when she did that, I'm like, this mother. Cause I dated girls who I come home, even if it's my show, and the show was a nice show, a good audience, it was a good thing to be at, and I put that's my shit.
Right.
You would think you would appreciate me, but if I came home with some women I've dated, they would be like, you coming home all fucked up? It's like, man.
Right.
Tonight I was a rock star. Yes.
Hey, nice.
Rock star.
Some nights you guys like, hey man, tonight was too fun for this conversation.
Yeah, calm down. I'm a goddamn. You don't know I'm a celebrity.
Tonight, just let me be this. Tomorrow morning, tell me I fucked up. But she got me. I got to New York and I threw up the whole day. Because I didn't have a layover right from Cleveland to Newark. But when I landed in Newark, I walked off the plane. I cut. Usually I hate this motherfucker. But this time, I walked past people early. Got to throw up. I knew it. I got to the trash can and threw up. Everybody was bitching at first. And it's like, okay.
In the airport.
Oh yeah, because when you come out the terminal, when you come out your gate off the plane, it's always a trash can.
That's celebrity. That's celebrity right there.
I was fucking high, and I was still feeling the effects of the goddamn edible.
That's a comedic.
What did Dramamine? I took a Dramamine and everything. I still could not keep shit down.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
This Dramamine.
John Bruton.
Hold on, Dramamine. You got babies that baby.
No, that's the pill you take for motion sickness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking conspiracies. John Bruton,
everybody. Hey, thank you so much for coming, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast. Midnight Paco. Midnight Paco Podcast.